Hello guys, welcome back to my Easy Guru channel. Till now we have already covered 8 parts of software testing interview questions. In this video, we are going to discuss a few more questions regarding software testing. So let's get started. The first question is, what do you mean by exhaustive testing? So let's understand what is exhaustive testing. Exhaustive testing is a technique used to test all the possible combinations available for the functionality. Let's understand what is the aim of this exhaustive testing. The aim of this exhaustive testing is to try all the data combinations without leaving any scope for the further testing. The exhaustive testing is also called as complete testing. So let's understand what is exhaustive testing. Exhaustive testing is one kind of a test approach. In other words, we can define that exhaustive testing is the testing the application as a whole and covering every possible scenario. While doing this exhaustive testing, you have to remember one thing, that exhaustive or complete testing is not possible. There are different reasons. So let's understand what are these reasons. The first one is it is time consuming, then it is complex, and practically exhaustive testing is not possible. Now let's move forward to the next question. The next question is, what are the different contents of test strategy documents? A test strategy is a high-level document generally prepared by the project manager. The test strategy document defines the testing approach to achieve testing objectives. So we know that now test strategy is a high-level document. Now let's discuss what are the different contents or the components of the test strategy documents. So the first one is scope and objectives. Next is business issues, communication status reporting, need for the automation and automation tools, defect management, test measurements and metrics, training plan, configuration management, etc. Let's understand what is this test strategy document. A test strategy document answers all the questions like what you want to get done and how you are going to accomplish it. Test strategy plan should be communicated with the entire team. Why this is necessary? Because it should be communicated with the entire team so that the team will be consistent on the approach and will be clear about their responsibilities. Now, as we have discussed the different contents of the test strategy documents, for example, scope and objectives. So in this scope, it defines the parameters like who will review the document, who will approve the document. Then in test approach, it will define the parameters like the process of testing, the level of testing, roles and the responsibilities of the team members. Then it will show the need of automation tool if it is applicable. So these are the different contents of the test strategy document. Now let's move forward to the next question. The next question is, can you explain what is test case template and contents inside it? So let's understand what is test case template. A test case template is a standard and structured document. It contains the set of test cases which are different test scenarios that we use to test the application under test. The test case templates make it easy for the end users or stakeholders to understand the test cases. Okay, so test case template is a standard and structured document. Let's understand what are the different contents and components of the test case template. So the first one is test case ID. You have to mention the test case ID, that is 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then there is module. Then there is type, functional, performance, UI, etc. Then you have to mention the priority. There are 3 types of priorities: high, medium, or low. You have to mention whether it is high priority or medium priority or low priority. Then there is description. Then there are preconditions. There are test steps. There is test data. Then what are the expected results and what are the actual results? And then there is status. So let's understand what is test case template. So as we discussed, a test case template is a well-designed document for developing and better understanding of the test case data. Why this test case template is standard? Let's understand that. Writing and maintaining a good test case template is very important. Writing in a standard format lessens the test efforts and it lessens the error rate. So let's move forward to the next question. The next question is, what is the difference between build and a release? So let's define what is build and what is release. A build is a developed part of a complete project or a specific set of requirements in a project which is yet to test or is under testing. A release is a complete tested build which will be delivered to the customer. Build is generally provided by the development team to the testing team, whereas release is generally between the company and the customer. Let's understand what is build and release. Build is given by the development team to the test team, as we discussed. Release is a formal release of the product to their customers. We can define that a build is when tested and certified by the test team, it is given to the customers. It's called as release. A build can be rejected by the test team. Okay, let's understand this. A build can be rejected by the test team if any test fails or it does not meet certain requirements. One release can have several builds. Now, let's move forward to the next question. The next question is, what is the difference between the bug leakage and bug release? So let's understand. A bug leakage or defect leakage is a bug which is missed by the testers while testing the application and found by the customer while working with it. Nobody in the team will know about the bug until it is raised by the customer. Let's discuss what is bug release or defect release. A known bug that is delivered to the customer along with the application release. These known bugs are described in the release notes provided to the customer. These bugs are generally low priority and low severity and will be fixed before the last build release. So we have already discussed about build and release. Now let's understand what is bug leakage and bug release. In other words, we can define the bug leakage is discovered by the end users or the customers, and it is not detected by the testing team while testing the software or the application. Now let's understand the bug release. When the software or an application is handed over to the client, knowing that the defect is present in the release, that is the bug release. Now let's move forward to the next question. The next question is, what is the difference between compatibility testing and the cross-browser testing? Compatibility testing allows to test the performance across a variety of hardware components like RAM, hard disk, processor, etc. and software components like OS, that is operating system, APIs, etc. Now let's understand what is cross-browser testing. Cross-browser testing is a subset of compatibility testing, which mainly focuses on how the application operates consistently on the different types of browsers and their versions. So let's understand what is cross-browser and compatibility testing. Cross-browser testing, it is a quality assurance process. This is very important to check. So it checks your intended website page that works as per the requirement in the multiple browsers. It can be partially automated. The quality assurance team use a variety of tools to perform cross-browser testing. Now let's understand what is compatibility testing. Compatibility testing, it tests the aspects such as usability, reliability, or the performance. Depending on the product, different testing environments are set up, like desktops, smartphones, laptops. Once the environment is set up, then various categories of tests can be performed. I hope you guys are clear about the compatibility testing and cross-browser testing. Now, let's move forward to the next question. What do you mean by configuration management? Configuration management deals with the items that we use to develop software. The items include source code, test scripts, third-party software, hardware, data and documentation of both developing and testing. Configuration management is a process of managing, organizing, and controlling the documents, source code, and other entities throughout the SDLC process. The purpose of configuration management is to establish and maintain the integrity of the components or the entire system, testware, and the relationships to one another throughout the development lifecycle. So let's understand what is configuration management and its importance. The object of the configuration management is to maximize the productivity by minimizing the errors. But why configuration management is important? So let's understand. When we develop any software, the product undergoes many changes and in the maintenance phase. So we have to maximize this productivity and we have to minimize the errors. That's why the configuration management is very important in the SDLC process. Now let's move forward to next question. What are the various tools used in the testing process? Let's discuss. There are different types of tools we use in the testing process. For automation testing, for bug tracking, performance, or cross-browser testing, we use different tools. So let's discuss which are these tools. So first understand, for automation testing, we use Selenium, UFT, Tosca, RFT, etc. For bug tracking tools, we use Mantis, Bugzilla, Jira, Redmine, etc. For performance testing, we use Apache JMeter, Load Runner, Neoload, etc. For example, cross-browser testing tools, we use different tools. Then there is unit testing, test management tools, security testing tools. So let's understand which tools we use for cross-browser testing. For cross-browser, we use Lambda test, browser stack, cross-browser testing, etc. For unit testing tools, we use JUnit, NUnit, TestNG. For test management tools, we use QC, Test Monitor, RTH. For security testing, we use ZAP, IronWaps, NetSparker, etc. For GUI testing tools, we use AutoIT, Eggplant, Squish. Now we have seen different types of tools we use for testing process. There are various tools for the testing process, but why we use these tools? What is the importance of these tools? Let's understand that we use the different tools for the betterment of the application or the software. We have to make sure the performance of the software of the application is better for our clients or the end users. Let's understand there are few tools that are open source. It means they have limited features, and few are the paid tools. These paid tools are commercial tools and there is no limitation of the features. Selection of these tools depend on the client's requirements. Now let's move forward to the next question. What do you mean by use case? A use case tells us a story on how the user wants to work with the application, what the user wants to perform on the application, and how the system should behave and respond to the given request. The use case helps us to create positive scenarios, negative scenarios, and other important expectations that need to cover for the application. The use cases help us to simplify the complicated requirements of the customer. So this use case plays very important role in software development lifecycle, that is SDLC. Let's understand that use case is user oriented and it is not system oriented. Now let's move forward to the next question. What are the roles present inside a review? Different roles present in the review or inspection are author, moderator, reviewer, scribe, and management. Let's understand what is the role of the author, moderator, reviewer, scribe, and management. The author is the creator of the document that is under review. The moderator is considered as a review leader and he leads the review process. Reviewer, also called as inspector. They identify and describe the problems in the review documents. Scribe, also called as recorder. He or she documents all the issues and other points that are discussed in the review meeting. Then management, they decide on the execution of reviews, allocate time in project schedules, assign staffs, budget, and monitor ongoing cost effectiveness. So we have already seen the different roles that are present in the review. But why these reviews are important? Let's understand that. Review provides various ways to improve quality, efficiency, and productivity of software development. Several organizations conduct reviews of their work along with their requirements. The purpose of these reviews is to improve design, testing, and quality of it. So it totally depends upon organization to organization to conduct the reviews of their work. The next question is, what is the difference between positive case and negative test case? The positive test case is a test case that is designed to verify that system is working as it is supposed to work by providing the valid credentials. Negative test case is a test case that is designed to break or crash the system by providing the invalid credentials. So let's understand what is the difference between positive test case and negative test case. Positive test case, it is executed quicker, while negative test cases takes more time compared to the positive test cases. But let's understand that positive test cases does not cover all the possible scenarios. In the practical example, positive test cases have less impact than negative test cases, while the negative test cases are more crucial and significant. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.